Well, hello there, guys, and welcome to our stream. I am actually just now getting started here. We are in the game, of course, and essentially what I'm doing right now is just waiting for everybody to get here. We're not starting until 2 p.m. exactly, so 7 minutes from now. So I do hope that you guys will be there. I hope you guys are excited, and we are definitely going to go ahead. We already have a multiplayer battle set up, and I'm actually going to go ahead and get it started with my buddy Tank of Doom here. So we're going to do the infantry versus infantry battle, primarily because I know that battle has a lot of bloodshed. So we're going to try to go for that. I'm going to go ahead here and just let him know. Go on and sign in, and we will get this battle basically set up for you guys so we can jump in and just start firing away if possible. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and exit again. Sometimes I find myself having to exit out of multiplayer and log back in before I see anybody there. In this case, I hope that's not going to happen too often. Let's go ahead and see. Alright, he's on his way. So right now, I'm just getting everything set up, guys. Hey, Adventure Poop, and hey, Tank. Yeah, we'll get started. We might start a little early, just because, we're pretty close to the 2 p.m. deadline anyway. Hey, Lord Cucumber, how's it going, man? Java Fiend, how are you doing? Sorry, Java Fiend, I remember you were with us last week for the Sovereignty stream, so I hope you don't mind. This week we are going to do Close Combat, just because we do want to promote the game. It's a great game. A lot of people don't seem to know about it, and it just makes for a fun stream. I don't have to think nearly as much. I just have to order my men around and sort of let the action take place. Alright, I'm just making sure me and Tank are in the same match. I'm going to go ahead and host the match, so we'll be connecting with Tank of Doom. And for those of you that play Close Combat Gateway to Caen, keep in mind that if we keep doing this stream, first of all, the next one is going to be on Saturday. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday at 2 p.m. I can play with you guys. I really don't mind who my opponent is. I don't mind how good you are. I don't mind how terrible you are. I'm not a great player myself, but I love the game anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and play here with Tank, and we're going to pick the infantry battle. So I'm going to go ahead and go for scenario. And there is a infantry battle here. Specifically, infantry versus infantry. Here we go. Infantry versus infantry at Bougie. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change sides to the Germans, the Axis, because the last time we played this mission, I chose the Axis, and I kind of want to go ahead and see how that goes. So let's go ahead. We will move forward. And this is it. We are set up, guys. We are ready to go. At this point, we're just waiting till the 2 p.m., and then we'll get started. So I'm sure, I don't even know if you guys can see my chat box here. I think you should be able to see the entire screen, not just the Gateway to Caen, but the chat box, etc. Alright, here we go. Oh man, I want to see how this goes. So if anybody has any recommendations for tactics in this battle, let me know, because I know that Tank he's a great player, and he's definitely going to be able to find a way to really kick my ass in this battle, more likely than not. We don't know for sure, but we will certainly see. So we're going to go ahead. I just want to make sure, let me know that everything's coming up on your guys' screen for the Close Combat, basically menu, etc. And we will go ahead and probably get started now. I don't see why not. Anybody just arriving, take your seats. We're about to get started here. So we're going to just start 2 minutes early, because we have to set up the field, etc. anyway. So I guess you guys will probably like to watch that. And let's see. I'm trying to find the Twitch TV Slytherin group on my phone so that I can hopefully follow your guys' chat as I'm playing. Otherwise, I'm going to have to basically alt-tab out every now and again to be able to read. But, you know, keep up the chat, make sure, because I always like to see what you guys write anyway. So we're going to go ahead here, guys. We're going to jump right into the game and get started. I'm going to ready up, and we will go for next. It's always going to give us this odd message. Oh, it didn't give it this time. Interesting. Okay, well, here we go. We are playing with the SS Panzer Grenadier Regiment 25, the 12th SS Panzer Division, of course. And in this case, this is an infantry-only battle. Now, we do have some actual, as you can see here, some vehicles. But I've learned very, very quickly that you don't want flak in this battle, so we're going to get rid of the flak. You do want possibly some MG42s. Maybe we'll take one of those, and maybe even some mortars if we can take any more. Although I think we may have taken all of the mortars we have. The 8cm. Let's see. Part of me wants to take one of these guns, not the flak guns, but the actual. Where are the guns? Well, I guess they're flat guns. Oh, here we go, the Panzerjäger divisions, because, you know, I don't know if Tank of Doom has some sort of, you know, basically armored car of some sort that he could use here. It's very possible, so I'm a little concerned. We're going to go ahead here and basically just, as far as Panzer Grenadiers, I'm fine with that. Fine with this Panzer Grenadier Group 2. The support I'm fine with. Honestly, I'd like to get more mortars, but it doesn't look like that's an option right now, so we'll just have to accept that and move forward here. I definitely want to get rid of all the unnecessary stuff, so let's get rid of the 2cm flak and see if we can't maybe get another MG42. I think it's probably not a bad idea. And press next. So hopefully, here we go, guys. We should be able to start setting up here, and I'm not really sure how I want to approach this battle. But as you can see, I'm going to be attacking. The enemy is going to be defending. So this is going to make his job, I would say, a little easier, but like I said, he played as the Germans last time, and he wiped the map with me. So doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to lose. One thing I want to do, I definitely want to go ahead and take the Café Tranquille over here. So first things first, we're going to move fast to the Café Tranquille when the game starts. I'll take a look at our other units and try to set them up too. And look at this. We've got this grill. This makes me wish I got more of these grills. But I'm going to put all my trust in my infantry units. So let's go ahead. We'll put one guy here, the MG42 actually, just in case Tank tries anything, and I'm going to go ahead and put him on ambush mode so that he basically knows where to fire and when to fire. Not to fire when he sees the enemy, but rather when the enemy gets into a location where he could take total advantage of the enemy. So let's go ahead, we'll put the Panzer Grenadiers here, and we probably want to get to the Tyneside crossing quickly, so I'm going to go ahead and ask these guys to run, and it is pretty risky running, to be honest with you, in this battle, for obvious reasons, but you know what? I'm going to take the risk. I'm also going to drop some troops here, and these Panzer Grenadiers I will put on ambush mode. The same with these Panzer Grenadiers as well. In fact, I'll have them move fast. One of these move fast over here. And let's go ahead and take a look at these guys. Drop them in all of these buildings, because this is going to be the starting point of the match. This is really going to be the area we want to go ahead and take as quickly as possible. So let's go ahead and drop one of these guys here, and I'm going to send him to run over to the edge here of this sort of hedgerow. And as for this grillet, I've never seen these before. I've never actually used one of these. I'm assuming that it's some sort of machine gun armored car, but I really don't know. So it's going to be interesting to see how we use that, and we'll also move this Panzer Grenadier unit over here. Basically what we're doing, we're creating a sort of line over here by the Tyneside crossing, and eventually I'm going to swing over and go to the Maison Monsieur. I'm probably not even saying this correctly. I'm not French, what can I say? But I do my best, I try. And of course we do want to keep one unit here in Bougie, and I will put him on ambush mode. As for these, you know, mortar rounds, mortar units, I'm not really going to do much with them. They're going to stay back here and provide covering fire, supporting fire, etc. So let's go ahead and grab this Panzer Grenadier unit. We'll do the same, try to move over here. And I'm curious as to where the enemy is going to be stationed. Where is Tank going to be putting his troops? I'm not sure. I'm going to move this grill up, or actually, I'll just have him move fast when the turn starts. And let's go ahead and begin. We're now just waiting for Tank of Doom to finish deploying. And one thing about Tank I know is he takes his time for deploying. He's actually just finished, so that actually worries me. It makes me think that we're going to be in a tough position. But we're going to go ahead and get moving, guys. The battle has begun. Wish me luck. Of course, World War II is a bloody affair, and we're going to try to make it as bloody as possible for you guys. Let's get this Panzerjäger unit to jump over here to the Tyneside Crossing too. The Grillet is still moving, and I'm actually going to move him up to the Chateau Odon. As for the rest of my men, I will move them, but I'm not going to necessarily run with them. So I think once they get to this point, I will basically just move, not move fast, and try to move up here. The reason being, if you're moving fast, the enemy can see you a lot easier, you know, because you're standing up, you're running, you're making noise, etc. So we don't want that to happen. Let's go ahead, jump into Femme Guillot here. And actually, I should have moved these guys a lot faster, to be honest with you. Every second that I waste is giving Tank more and more of a chance to really come and kick our ass. At this point, I'm pretty sure he's going to be hanging out in the Bougie Road area, Mansion Monsieur, etc. He's already dropping some mortar rounds on our men by the Tyneside Crossing, and this obviously can get pretty scary. So I want to go ahead and move these men up near the Mansion Monsieur. Let's see what's going on here with this guy. If I could spot his actual mortars and drop some rounds on him, that would be incredible. Tyneside Crossing. All right, here we go. All right, there we go, guys. We see the enemy. It's begun. The battle has begun. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and get this Grill. I'm going to move him up here, too, because I know where the enemy is headed for, and sure enough, they are in the Maison Monsieur. I will go ahead and set an ambush here. I don't like the fact that we've got all these Panzer Grenadiers over here stuck, more or less, so I'm going to go ahead and try to sneak over here to the other side of the Maison. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to attempt it and see what we can do. As for our mortar rounds, I think it's probably time to go ahead and try to find some of the enemy troops here. We've got some troops here that are trying to move up on Eversea Ford, and luckily it looks like our men are returning fire pretty well here at Ferme Guillot. So I'm just going to keep that up. One guy down, two guys down. Wow! Excellent shooting by my men. I've got to give it to them. And since we have an extra unit here to move around, I'm going to move him fast towards the abattoir. I don't know if we can make it to the abattoir. It might be a nasty fight. It might be a hard fight, but you know what? We're going to try to get there. Let's grab these Panzer Grenadiers. Gonna move fast over. We've got to move. We can't just keep them here. I mean, even if we come under fire, at this point we've really got to make some moves here and start taking more locations. Alright, so here we go. The Grill is getting closer and closer to the enemy lines. I definitely hear some MG42 fire or possibly some Bren gun fire. So that may be coming from the enemy. You could see that our mortar rounds are already falling over here on the Eversea Ford. And that was a massive shot. Look at that! The enemy is trying to get here before us. This is crazy! I definitely want to go ahead and dedicate more guys to this attack, or I should say this assault on this building. So we're going to go ahead and throw more guys into the abattoir. As you can see, these guys are approaching too. I'm going to keep that MG42 unit right where it is, but I'm going to keep moving these men there, and I definitely want to get these mortars firing. And in fact, look at all these Panzer Grenadier units that are just hanging out, nothing to do. We'll start moving them up. This will sort of be our, I guess, our reinforcing brigade, as it were. Let's grab these guys too, and let's see what's going on. Okay, so the battle over the abattoir has begun. I'm amazed we haven't taken any shots as of yet. So let's go ahead and move forward a little bit farther. Don't want to lose this Grill, obviously, but that could certainly happen. Okay, we know that they have guys at the Mansion Monsieur. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get my mortars to fire at that Maison and try to break through, try to kill a few of their guys. We know that they're firing from this location, so I think we should go ahead and select. That's good enough. Sadly, one of our men is caught out in the open here. and I hope the grill can come and assist him. Luckily, one of our men is getting here too, to the abattoir, so our men are slowly but surely getting into locations that we need them at. I'll also grab another group of men, these Panzer Grenadier units, since we're not being fired at over here. Well, now we are, but I'm going to go ahead and move forward, and it looks like there is some close combat going on here. You guys can hear those grenades being thrown. That's actually probably them firing at our grill, or throwing grenades at our grill, so we hope that that doesn't continue. At this point, I'm going to try to return fire at the men in this building, and hopefully we can cause some damage. As for our Panzer Grenadier units here, he definitely got us. He's dropping a lot of mortar rounds in this sector, and we've got to do something about that. Yes, I dropped my phone. That was terrible. Terrible when that happened. So, let's go ahead and grab this guy. I think we can move up even a little more. And I'll go over here so that we have sort of the protection of the walls, and then we can decide what else to do with this unit. Okay, so the abattoir is officially ours. That's pretty great. I'm going to go ahead and set these guys on ambush. I'm going to do the same. Well, actually, with these Panzer Grenadiers, I'll probably fire back if I can. But we really do want to continue bombing these guys with our mortars. And I believe we have another mortar unit. Indeed, we do. We'll take these guys, and we'll start bombing this same location, because this maison, as you can see, is going to cause us a lot of trouble. Alright, our guys are still actually sneaking. Look how long it takes to sneak. And something exploded. That's the grill. Oh, the grill is destroyed. So the enemy definitely just blew up the grill. We're not going to be able to use that. I hope we didn't blow it up with one of our own mortars. I would laugh if that was the case. But hopefully it isn't. So at this point, we hold a decent percentage of the map. And I think the best thing to do is just hold on and wait. We've still got men over here in this area firing. And we obviously still have men in the abattoir on the other side here firing. So I'm going to try to take one of my Panzer Grenadier units and move fast over here. It's going to be basically an assault. It may not be the greatest idea, but we really need to continue charging and trying to take this location. As you can see, we already lost a guy right there, so we're in a dangerous spot. I'm just going to keep these guys on ambush. Thankfully, our mortar rounds are still coming into that building, and I hope we're getting some kills. But I can't be for sure. I can't know for sure right now. All right, let's see what these guys can do. I'm just keeping this MG42 right here. Looks like the enemy is maybe moving over here, because they're definitely dropping mortar rounds. Wow! Oh my goodness. Alright, at this point, he's dropping mortar rounds all over the abattoir. Can't blame him trying to get our men. That guy just went down badly, and at this point I think I'll set them up on ambush. It looks like we have almost just had the hell bombed out of us, really. Look at this. I mean, that's not being bombed. I don't know what is. But we're going to go ahead and keep moving up with the rest of our men. So I'm going to take this MG42 unit, move them up this way. This Panzer Grenadier unit, we're going to move them up this way. Unfortunately, these units that are sneaking up are taking some damage, obviously. And at this point, I feel like maybe the best thing to do would be to do a crazy charge. In fact, I want to move this guy over here instead. And essentially try and just charge into this area. But I can't do that while his mortar rounds are firing, because our men will just be mown down. And there we go. The enemy's moving, sure enough, on our MG42 unit. Now they are ambushing. This is craziness. We've got to get over there into that location quick. So I'm going to go ahead and move my Panzer Grenadiers there. I'm glad I kept these units in reserve now. And hopefully we can fight off this sneaky attack by Tank of Doom. Really great job, too. We've got some enemies moving over here. Let's get those mortars firing, especially when they're in the open. This is a perfect time to shoot them down. So let's see if... Oh, my dear. Well, that'll just have to work. It's going to take them 20 seconds to get into position, so it could be a problem, obviously. Glad that this Panzer Grenadier unit is getting here, because the other Panzer Grenadier unit has been utterly blown to bits. So let's see what's going on down here. Okay, we are in location, or in position, I should say. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can open fire from here, but obviously we have hedges in the way, so we are going to move these guys out to engage the enemy. And I'm also going to have my MG42 unit open fire if they haven't already, because they are in ambush mode. So they're trying to pretend they're not there, but the enemy knows they're there, which causes a problem, obviously. And here we go. They're doing the charge. The enemy is charging. I'm going to try to fire on them. Looks like we got one of their Bren section guys down. We still hold the location, but they're making a move for it for sure. And at this point, I will go ahead with my Panzer Grenadier unit, and I will charge into their rear, hopefully causing some sort of surrender or something like that. Let's see what's going on back at the abattoir. As you can see, that unit is gone. Those Panzer Grenadiers don't want to fight anymore at all, and I can't say I blame them. We still have a lot of guys here holding down the positions. And as you can see, these guys are also having trouble. There we go. They're on the way. The enemy is coming. The Brent section, we are here in ambush, and hopefully that ambush will be able to win this particular little close combat battle for us. Here we go. Grenades are being thrown. Oh, it's going to get nasty in here. It's going to get violent. But hopefully we don't lose the fight. So here we go. Moving with our Panzer Grenadier units. The men, they still have men in this location, as you can see. And, ooh, that's going to be a nasty fight. Alright, this fight continues, and it looks like we took some British prisoners. Wonderful. So we did manage to hold the Femme Guillot. We don't have to worry about that anymore. However, we still have to worry about the rest of this, the abattoir in particular. But let's try to go ahead and move in there. As for these guys, I'm going to put them on ambush mode. We are definitely having a fight here with the men, but it doesn't look like we're on the winning end of this fight at the moment. We've got that MG42 still. And we'll keep him over here at the Tyneside crossing, ambushing, basically. Alright, let's see if we can go ahead and sneak behind the enemy. He's taken that location from us. Maybe we could take the Eversea forward from him. Alright, and I'd like to get some more men to the abattoir, to be honest with you. Even though I don't see it as the safest location to be, it's kind of our only choice at the moment. Alright, here we go. The enemy is definitely moving in here, that Bren section for sure. And incredibly, our men are still, I guess, ambushing, but they're not really ambushing. So I'm going to actually take them off the ambush. Just actually move them to maybe defend. Or we'll just move the ambush meter over this way. That might work too. So at this point, the enemy is absolutely breaking through to the abattoir, and I want to respond. I don't want him to just be able to take this location from us that easily. So we will go ahead. We will charge. Sadly, looks like we have some traitors in our midst. Some men surrendering. That's pretty annoying. Let's go ahead. We're charging with these Panzer Grenadiers, trying to take this location. We're also going to charge with these Panzer Grenadiers to take the abattoir location. We're also going to charge with these Panzer Grenadiers. We're charging with all of these guys. It might be a crazy charge, but I can't afford to lose this area. I just can't. If we lose this area, we more or less lose the battle as far as I can tell. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go crazy, charging into the enemy. It looks like there's a Bren gunner out here just walking about, seemingly just maybe having a smoke break. I have no clue. But anyway, we are continuing with our attack. And as you can see, our men are moving in here. We're going to lose some men for sure on this charge. I mean, I know that already, but I think it's worth it. All right, there we go. Look at that massive artillery shot there. Our Panzer Grenadier units are moving in here. And there we go. We've actually got some enemy units moving back. I don't know if they're retreating or something like that. Let's go ahead and move in. All right, and we really should get that MG42 in. If we can't get there by running, let's at least return fire. And actually, I will move this guy back here. We're going to move him back to the Femme Guillot. Look how many Brits are there. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get as many of our mortars as we can. It looks like we've both bombed this area so badly that it's just absolute madness. I mean, nobody will ever be able to live here ever again in the Femme Guillot. But nonetheless, we're going to continue our attack. I'm going to keep dropping mortar rounds on these guys. And I am in the abattoir, but I'm still not in a position to find the enemy. There we go. It looks like enemy infantry is moving towards our location. I'd love them to get out here in the open so we could actually open fire on them. But for right now, we're probably just going to be kind of hanging out, waiting for them to get to us. Let's get our Zook troop unit to move up here. Enemy's throwing a lot of mortars at us over here, which I suppose makes sense. Trying to destroy us as quickly as possible. And here we go. Enemy is by the Tyneside crossing. I absolutely am going to open up now. Because we have an MG42, a perfect machine gun for this situation. Fortunately, I don't know if our Panzer Jaeger unit is going to make that much of a difference, but maybe this Panzer Grenadier unit can. So we're going to bring him down. He's going for a crazy charge here. We already got a few of his guys there killed, and I'm going to call in my mortars on this location, actually. In fact, I might call the mortars in on this abattoir location, but I just can't help but see these guys, see this huge group of men, and want to destroy them. So we're going to go ahead. Maybe we'll save it. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're going to save our mortar attack for now. Maybe may seem crazy to some of you guys, but at this point, I really think that you know, the enemy could have any number of other troops on the way. So we need to be careful. Alright, okay, now I'll bring the mortars in. I see more guys on the way. I think you guys see them too. We're going to go ahead. We're going to call in mortar attacks. And this is going to be danger close for our men. I mean, this is going to be really, really close. Hopefully they can make it. It looks like the enemy is still trying to take Ferme Gulot. But thankfully, we're actually holding this area very well. And they haven't been able to break through as of yet. So we're going to go ahead. We'll put some of these guys on ambush duty. And there we go. Our mortars are coming in. There's a major mortar attack. And this is how, actually, in our last game, I caused a lot of damage to Tank because he was sort of in the open like this. But as you can see, these mortars, you know, they don't always drop in the same location. And we may succeed in not getting a single kill on these guys. I don't know. We'll soon see. Let's go ahead and open fire on the ones we can see, at least. Okay, wow, we did all right. Still more coming in. Awesome. We're doing okay here. These guys are getting hit pretty hard. So we're going to keep on firing and hopefully not letting them take this location back. As for that central point, I'm not sure we can get it back. One thing I do want to do is get to the Café Tranquille, hold it, and make sure that the enemy doesn't take that. And let's see if we have any other units we could use as, you know, boots on the ground, as it were. And move this guy down here. Wow, look at those dead, damn. So we did an alright job there with that mortar attack, but a lot of the dead behind them over here, of course there's 5 down, a lot of the dead behind them are our men. So this has been a dirty fight, and I mean, look at the abattoirs. You know, we started this game, the abattoir was beautiful, a nice little place to hang out. It's just, you can't live there anymore. And here we go, we've got another group of enemies coming. Rifle section, actually, I'm going to go ahead and set an ambush up. And hopefully trick him. I obviously don't think that's going to work. And let's go ahead and get this Panzer Grenadier unit to fire at him too. I'm pretty sure we can see him, and in fact we can. Let's see if our mortars have any more rounds in them. If they do, wow, look, is this mortar... This mortar was aimed at a prisoner that's retreating. Oh, I see, our mortar's out of ammunition. Okay, fair enough. We'll move the mortar up. Let's see if this mortar has any ammo left. Yes, he does. And I'm definitely going to drop that right there. Okay, there we go. His men are moving up. And we are merely fighting back as best we can. Sadly, we just lost one of our machine gunners. But I'm going to try not to worry about that. And I'm going to try to focus on the men ahead of us here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and charge in here. Wow, nice. We just got a kill on one of their men. And I am going to charge in with the Panzer Grenadier unit. See if we can take back the Tyneside crossing. Come on, men. The enemy's already throwing some nades at us. We're throwing nades at them. We just got one of them. But whether or not we could take over, I don't know. There's another one down. Great job by our men taking this area. And I do believe that we may have it. Let's see. Taking a victory location. And indeed we do. And took these Brits prisoner. So that's awesome. We need more attacks like that. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 prisoners. I'll take that any day, to be honest with you. Alright. The abattoir has, of course, become a nasty point of contention. The enemy has secured it, and now it becomes a large firing base, essentially. As you can see, he could just fire from any location over here and cause us a lot of problems. So that's why we need to focus on the Tyneside crossing. We need to focus on the Maison Monceau if we can take it back. And at least we know that there's a lot of dead men on both sides here. Let's see. Alright, maybe it's time to move the Panzer Grenadiers up. I think it is. Let's move them over here. And again, I'm going to be behind this stone wall because I don't want the guys from the abattoir to get any shots at me. But look at that, man. I love getting prisoners, and we absolutely took some prisoners there. That's really cool. What are these Panzer Grenadiers doing? Okay, for the HQ, We could put the HQ division in what I call the chicken coop in this map, which is this building here, but it's already so close to the abattoir lines, I don't feel like it. At this point, it's just a gunfight here with our men at the Café Tranquille firing back at the abattoir, but again, very unlikely that either of us will really get many kills, but eventually one of us is going to have to cross and try to take that location. Then again, I could just go for the Maison here, but I'm a little scared of that. And there we go, more enemies, a rifle section. Can you believe this? They want that section just as badly as I do. I can definitely tell now. And I think I want to go ahead and move these Panzer Grenadiers over here on the other side of the Tyneside crossing. They're going to get hit crossing this road, and I hope they don't get hit too hard. But it looks like our men are responding beautifully. 2 men down, and I've got to give it to this Panzer Grenadier division. Brand, Isek, Stork, Bauer, and Adler. These guys are really good fighters as far as an SS division goes. Alright, I'm just trying to make sure, because, you know, I see these guys over here, but I know Tank, and I know he likes to attack from 2 different locations. So I'm wondering, where is that other group of guys coming from? When are they going to show up? I'm a little concerned about that. Thankfully, these Panzer Grenadiers got to the other side without being hit at all. That's practically a miracle, so I think that's pretty awesome. But if he's got any more tricks up his sleeve, he could obviously come down on us like a hammer and just absolutely end us. I just hate the sound of those machine guns. I'd love if he actually hits one of his own prisoners there. And as you can see, the battle here at the Café Tranquille with the abattoir, we have lost 1 man. He's gone down. That's not good. I'm trying to think of, should we go crazy and attack this location from Femguillo? I just don't think it's safe, and that's the main reason I'm not going to do it. War isn't safe, but there's a difference between taking a calculated risk and just throwing your men out on the field to be killed. You know, that's just not going to occur. So I think what I might try to do here, I feel fairly safe in this area. I'm going to try to sneak one of these units over here by the Monceau. But if I were Tank, I would think that he has men in both these buildings preparing to defend, of course. So that may be a lot easier said than done. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break here to be able to read your comments, so we're going to let this battle continue. Obviously, you will still be able to see the battle raging, but as of right now, I think everything will be cool. So let me just jump on here, and if you guys have any suggestions, whatever, drop down below. Very, very interesting. We don't have any mortars left, sadly, Tom. We don't. Yes, Cucumber is correct. We are out of mortar rounds. Yes, we hit the abattoir several times, but as you guys can see over here, it's still a perfect firing position for the enemy. You know, at this point though, the battle is very, very even, I have to say. I didn't expect for it to be this even. And at this point, he's got more guys coming in up with this Bren section. I really want to take them out. I don't want him taking back the Tyneside crossing. But like I told you, I knew he was going to be attacking from 2 locations. I've played Tank way too many times to not know these tactics. And so now I hope I can take advantage of that. And I hope we can go ahead and stop him from getting back the Tyneside crossing. And oh my goodness, what's going on here? Are our guys out of ammo? Okay, whew, I got scared for a second there. I got really, really scared. So we do have to move these mortars. Maybe we do still have a single shot left. Okay, yeah, we have some shots left with these guys, so we'll go ahead and try to hit the enemy. But this is going to be danger close. You know, 20 seconds for the rounds to even start dropping. I don't know if it's the greatest idea. Let's see, is he going for the Femguillo? Is he trying to take the Femguillo? Oh my goodness, Tank, you crazy man. He definitely took these guys out here. Took that MG42 unit and turned it into mush. So without me even realizing. So at this point, we are holding back his men. I mean, the center of this battle has been a bloodbath, as you guys can see. It's just been utter blood and gore. Rounds dropping everywhere. It wouldn't be a place you'd want to hang out, obviously. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and grab these Panzer Grenadier units. If I can aim at these guys, Maybe I can move to this location and aim at them, but I think I'm going to stay at the Cafe Tranquille and... Oof, oh man, I thought that was another charge. Let's see. So for these mortar, this mortar team, they're out of ammunition. I'll move them over here. And look at that, do we have more British prisoners? Yes! Yes, we have more British prisoners, beautiful. Sadly, the prisoners are not from this Bren division, whatever you want to call it. What's it called? So this Bren group, if you want to say that. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and try to destroy it, try to take it out, and hold the Tyneside crossing. Let's see. Just making sure he's not doing anything sneaky here, but our morale at this point is identical. I think I may be a little lower in morale, which is why I'm being so careful, because as soon as that morale runs out, you know, the battle is over, and I don't want that to happen right yet. Eventually, I'm fine with that, but right now I don't need that happening. And I know for the future, I'm never going to take one of these silly cars, these grilles. Don't even really see the point. All right, what's going on? I heard grenades. I heard grenades. I don't like hearing grenades, because that generally means that tank is assaulting a location, but I think we're good. I think we're okay. As for where's our mortar team, these guys I'm going to go ahead and move. I like that location. Pavlo has routed, really? Let's see where this is. Okay, wow. I guess our battle at the Cafe Tranquille finally ended up in one of these units just running away. I don't blame them, because I'm guessing he's got a bunch of guys at the abattoir firing at us, so we're going to just accept that. What can you do? And there we go. He's still got guys at the crossing. You can see him actually firing at our mortar team. Actually got one kill, and I'm thinking, should I go down and wipe his unit out? But I don't see the point. I don't think we should, because we're holding this position, and that's all that matters at this point. Let's go ahead and set these guys on ambush mode. I hate that machine gun fire, because I know what happens if I get in front of it, and it keeps me from being able to reinforce my position here at the Tyneside crossing. Not that I'm too concerned about this area, to be honest with you. Alright, let's see. Femme Guillot. I'm still thinking whether or not we should take this Panzer Grenadier unit and do a charge, but obviously the abattoir is just a no-go. As far as up here, the Maison Monceau, look at that! Look at all those men! Oh my dear. If only we had another shot, do we? No, we don't. Now we really are out of mortar ammo, guys. So we're going to try to move fast over here. I don't like the fact that his men are here, obviously. It's a little scary, a little daunting. And we've also got some men moving at the abattoir. And what I wouldn't give for just one nice little mortar round. This makes me feel maybe I should have saved that, you know, mortar barrage. I'm not sure. All right, let's see. The amount of craters, it's just crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Alright, I don't feel good anymore with this Zook troop just standing there doing nothing, really. Really do want to go to Hill 113, but I'm thinking that maybe it's better just wait for him. And there we go. Look at that. Look at Tank's massive charge. He does this every time, man. And this is what usually crushes me in these games, is he comes with this massive charge and utterly beats me. He's moving to the Tyneside crossing, as you guys can see. I will not keep these grenadiers on ambush. I'll keep them off ambush. I'll let them fire openly at the enemy. Because we really need to kill as many of them as possible. I'll also try to get this mortar team up here, and we'll try to get this mortar team up here too. So what he doesn't know, or what he maybe does know, is we are going to be sending men to this location too. We're not just going to let him take it with one of his charges. I just can't have that happen. So here we go. Come on, come on. Wow. So he's going into the Maison Monceau. I think he realizes that this road is a death trap. If he moves up this road, he's going to have trouble, problems, etc. Now look at this. He's also got some guys moving over here at the Maison. So maybe it's a good idea to get this mortar team to hang out over here, just in case he tries to attack us from the south. Ooh, that nasty machine gun fire is still going on. We're firing back at least. And there we go. Still got some men on the field. This right here is just a gunfight. It's like the gunfight at the OK Corral. Just men firing away, trying to hit the other guy, trying to kill him before they get killed. true war, as it were. And at this point, he's moving up on the south for sure. I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to charge with my mortar team. We're going to go right in there, guys, and try to take him. Mortar team is not a combat team, but these are SS troops. So every single one of them is trained for close combat, trained for a serious combat situation, etc. And to be honest, I didn't even know that he was going to have 3 or 4 men here. So I was a little unprepared myself. See if we can just open fire. I guess we'll just do that. Yes! Got a kill, and at least he knows that we are here. Now, if he attacks this area, he's going to have to be a little more careful. Let's move fast. That's it. We're going to move fast. We're charging. Charge! Enough of this. If he's going to charge, so am I. Especially with this mortar unit who has no rounds left. And it looks like they don't really want to charge. I guess they're a little afraid. Come on, you guys are SS troops. You shouldn't be afraid of anything. Let's go. Move, move, move. There we go. Some grenades being thrown. Beautiful. A nice grenade kill by our little mortar team guy. Definitely killed one of the units there. And we're going to continue moving forward here. There we go. He's on the way. He's on the way. Tank's on the way. We're going to go ahead and we'll open fire at this point. 3-inch mortar. He is also attacking with his mortar team. That is just so cool. Just beyond cool, man. So we'll attack with our mortar team too, and we'll drop this mortar team over here. And return fire. Alright, there we go. He's attacking from the south now too. Everything he can to take this position back. And at this point, I will set these guys up on ambush so that we respond in kind to his aggressive attack here. But this is really the end of the match. Really, whatever happens here is going to determine what happens in this match. There we go. We've got a British prisoner. Another British prisoner. That's so cool. Our mortars are still firing back here. Our guns are still firing. I should say our mortar men are firing. We have no mortars to speak of. Here we go. Okay, we're getting to that Tyneside crossing. Yes, Tom, Torn is exactly right. Hey, you gotta, man, you know, when it comes down to this, doesn't matter if you're a mortarman or if you're a command troop, you're gonna have to take that rifle out, flash pistol, and start fighting. And when we're this close, a mortar team becomes an infantry squad. That's just the way I see it. And there we go. He's going for another charge. He does have enough morale to try these charges. That's one thing that's working out in his favor. We have slightly less morale than he does, and it looks like he may have just taken out one of our mortarmen. Maybe with a well-placed grenade throw, possibly just a wayward shot that got lucky there. Look at all those Brits down near the Maisons. So I'm so glad that we had a machine gun waiting there for them, and they got pulverized. But really, both sides got pulverized here. All right. Not taking back that Tyneside crossing tank. I promise you that, man. It's not yours. It's mine. That is my Tyneside crossing. Okay, Johnson has rallied. Wow. Weird. I actually have never had a unit re-rally in this game, so that's a bit odd. I've at least never seen it happen. Alright, the abattoir and the Tyneside crossing, as you guys are well aware, this is where all of the men are. This is where all of the action has taken place. And hopefully, this is where it's going to end. At this point, I think that he may actually have more victory points than I do. I've got 5, he's got 7. So at this point, if we can't take back these locations, I do believe on victory points alone he wins. So I'm going to have to go crazy. I'm going to have to send my command team over here to try to take this area. And that may not go very well. I mean, I won't lie to you. But then again, we may be able to win based on just, you know, casualties alone. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. Oh, okay, there we go. Wow, so a nice, nasty gunfight going on between 2 mortar groups. And my mortars are bigger than your mortars, so I'm better. Mine is an 8-centimeter mortar, and yours is only 2. Yeah, yeah, I know. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and keep firing. At this point, he's got better cover for this mortar team because he's in that beautiful building. The abattoir, it's really not so beautiful anymore. I mean, there's, you know, like the center of it is essentially missing, but we're not going to be paying for that reconstruction. That's way too expensive. But there we go. His 2-inch mortar group guys trying to get back into the building, sneaking in there, and sure enough, he's taken cover. That makes sense, I guess. Let's see what's going on with the command unit. What the hell? What are you guys doing? I have no idea. Alright, we'll just send him back. I don't know what the heck was going on there. That was really weird. And where did our command unit go? Did they just get shot out here? I guess maybe they did. Shit! Alright, well, we know we can't leave that location now. I mean, they just got wasted. But luckily, we've got a lot of dead Brits over here, too. All over the field, men of both countries. Wounded, dead, just unable to really make a difference in the battle right now. So once these guys get in here, I will set them up on ambush mode. Because I'm guessing that if he killed those guys that quickly, he's either got really great shooters in the abattoir, maybe some snipers. I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. At the same time, maybe he's got some guys hanging out here. I didn't stop to look, so I'm a little concerned. Oh, that's cool, Torn. I did not know that, but next time I will certainly know. Okay, let's see. And by the way, guys, thanks for stopping by. This definitely beat the amount of subs we had for our Sovereignty Let's Play. I think for our Sovereignty, we only got like 18 people viewing. I think I'm looking down now. We've got 41 people in here. I hope you guys are enjoying. If you are enjoying this, let me know in the comments down below. More importantly, let me know on the actual Slytherin group page so that we can keep doing close combat instead of Sovereignty for these Twitch streams. Of course, you guys know I do a 1-hour weekly Twitch stream. Otherwise, you can find me at the Agrippa Maxentius YouTube channel. Tom, you know the link. If you could drop it down below, man, I'd appreciate that. So you guys can check that out. I do a lot of war games, and I'm definitely more interested, I will say, in games like Close Combat than I am in games like Sovereignty. As much as I do enjoy both of them a lot, this is just more my thing. I mean, the action, the pulse-pounding action, you know, having to decide what to do next is just great. And look at this. He is sneaking with more guys. I bet it's another mortar group, too. It's definitely another mortar group. It's definitely another mortar group. And I was hoping that they were about to get up and surrender, but no, that's not going to occur. Let's take a look here. I mean, we don't have many men left, and neither does he. We saw him attacking with that mortar group, and we really just have this Panzer Grenadier unit. You know, they're pretty well off. They've only got a few wounded. We've also got these guys. But overall, you know, I'm not going to be the one to make the charges here, because I know what's going to happen if I do. And our Panzer Grenadiers are definitely shooting back at these guys. Let's see if we can get this Panzer Grenadier unit to shoot too. Nope. Since he's ambushing, it's just really not possible. I could sneak these guys down here so that I get a closer shot, but that would also make me more open to his gunfire over here at the abattoir. There we go! He's definitely moving across with some units, and we're not going to allow that to happen. Holy shit. No, you silly bastards. That was me, though. I made that mistake. Okay, I don't like this one bit. It looks like the side of this building, we can't even really do anything with it. We can't do anything but fire out of the front and the back. That complicates things. So let's go ahead. See if our Zook troop can get some shots off on these guys. I think they should be able to. There we go. Our men are firing now, but maybe a bit too late here. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. Are they pulling back? I hope so. I hope so. It does look like they may be pulling back here. Let's see what's going on. Alright, there we go. Get out of here, Tom. Nice. Or excuse me, not Tom, Tank. Apologies, Tom. Tank, get out of here now. This is my cafe. I mean, if there's one thing I'm not giving up, it's that cafe. That place is awesome. You know, you go there like midnight, you know, you see some beautiful dancing girls. It's... Oh, no, that's a different cafe. Damn it. Alright, well, I'm still going to defend it. And as you can see, the abattoir is a problem. Still firing away, man. That thing's never going to stop shooting. Part of me wants to go ahead and sneak with this mortar team. Maybe over here, but nope, I'm not going to do it. As you can see, he's got another group coming of men, and I don't want to get out of this area. Let's go ahead. Fire as we did last time on this group, the 3-inch mortar group. So he's also got a mortar group that he's trying to make use of. There we go. Look at that guy go down. He dropped like a stone right away, man. Like going up this street, another one down. Going up this road, especially since we've got this unit right here of Panzer Grenadiers that are just crack shots. You know, not a good idea for him to try to travel up this road at all. Thanks, Torn. Yeah, man, that's exactly how I feel, and I really hope you guys will show up for the next stream as well. This actually, I'm really happy with this number of viewers. Really cool, 36 to 45, sort of my style. I don't like, like 500 viewers, and I don't like 3. So this is a perfect medium. There we go. The enemy is coming again. I also noticed you guys are hanging around a lot more than you did for the last stream. You guys are actually sticking through, and I can understand why. I mean, in this game, you need to watch to the very last second to know who's going to win and what's going to happen, essentially. Looks like our Panzer Grenadiers were moved out of Fermgilo. He finally managed to do that, and that was only a matter of time, I believe. But that's certainly a problem. I was really trying to hold that position, and now our men are out of here. What? Some grenade shots. Oh, ho, ho, did you see that? They absolutely just fired on that man. Let's see. Okay. Yes, exactly. Skirmishing mortar crews. This is true. This is the battle. You guys can call this the battle of the fighting mortar crews, because that's what it was. We're getting down here to the end, and we are charging with mortar crews to secure victory. It's madness, but it works, Whatever works, right? All right, let's go ahead. All right, I like that our HQ has spotted his men moving across there. I don't like the fact that he's getting so close. At this point, if I wasn't... See, as you could see, Allies actually requested a truce, but I'm trying to fight down to the last little bit here. Although I think it's a fair time to accept the truce. I think we can go ahead and accept the truce. That's going to be the end of the battle, guys. It's an Allied minor victory, so I want to give the victory to Tank of Doom. Just an awesome job by him. Allies won because they control a greater number of crucial victory locations. Now we're going to take a look at the losses. This is my favorite part of the game, being able to see your casualties. And as you can see, it seems that we killed 4 of the enemy, 4 of the enemy leaders, 18 of the enemy men. We also wounded 12 leaders. 12 leaders. That's nuts. 42 infantry were wounded. As for the captured, you guys can take a look there on the right side. That's pretty unbelievable. We both captured a lot of the enemy troops. And I'm guessing that if this battle, if I had maybe taken some, I don't know, maybe another machine gun, if I had gone to that location, the abattoir, with an MG42, would I have done better? I'm not really sure. But let's take a look quickly. Oh, too bad. So Tank has left. We can't take a look at the soldiers, but I'm glad we could take a look at the statistics here, which was pretty awesome. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm just going to go ahead and tell Fang congrats and thanks. And if you guys have any messages for Tank, obviously drop them on the Steam page, or I should say the Slytherin page, where this video is going to be uploaded. And that should be pretty good. So we are more or less towards the end here of our stream. Like I said, we're not trying to keep it over an hour or anything like that. We're trying to keep it under an hour, but a little more than 30 minutes. This battle took us 47 minutes. I'm amazed. And it was a beautiful battle. The reason I chose that infantry versus infantry thing was so you guys could see all the action, and I hope you enjoyed that. So I'm going to jump over to the comments now. If anybody has basically comments, suggestions, what you thought of the match, what you'd like to see in the future, go ahead and drop them down below. I'm taking a look at the actual Slytherin group chat right now, so feel free, guys, if you have any suggestions for the next battle you want us to do in close combat. If you guys want to possibly face me in the next one, you guys can see I'm not the greatest player at this game. I just adore it, and I hope that I present it well. I get really excited when I play close combat, and I feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm in the trenches fighting. Thank you, Jobman, man. I appreciate that. And thank you to the rest of you guys for showing up.